Welcome to the Deep Dive, the show that takes you beyond the headlines from the Moore's Global Finance podcast team. I'm John.
And I'm Tiffany.
And we're diving into gold IRAs. Specifically, we're looking at Augusta Precious Metals and American Hartford Gold. You know, these gold IRAs are a hot topic.
Yeah, especially right now.
With all this economic uncertainty, people want stability, right? And gold IRAs seem like a good option. We found some interesting research breaking down these two companies. One thing that really jumped out at me.
What's that?
The endorsements. Augusta Precious Metals is endorsed by Joe Montana.
Oh, wow.
And American Hartford Gold, Bill O'Reilly.
Really? That's interesting. Big names trusting these companies with their, well, retirement savings.
Exactly. It speaks volumes about their credibility. Let's start with Augusta Precious Metals. Founded in 2012, their mission from the get-go, educate investors.
I like that. Knowledge is power, right?
Absolutely. They even have a Harvard-trained economist, Devlin Steele, leading their educational efforts.
Impressive. So they're not just about selling gold. They're investing in their clients' understanding of the market.
Right. They have a ton of resources on their website. Webinars, videos, guides, even a free IRA kit.
Makes it easy to get started.
And they offer personalized service with dedicated success agents. It's not like you open an account and then you're on your own.
Yeah, hand-holding can be really important for someone new to gold IRAs. Helps build confidence.
Now, let's switch gears to American Hartford Gold.
Yep.
Founded in 2015.
So a bit younger.
Yeah, a bit younger than Augusta, but gaining popularity quickly, known for great customer service, and making these investments easy to grasp.
I can see why they're growing so fast.
Yeah.
Tapping into that demand for gold IRAs. And of course, having Bill O'Reilly vouching for them helps.
For sure. Okay, so we got two companies, both with a lot going for them. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
The detail.
Pricing. How do they compare? Our research shows Augusta Precious Metals has a one-time setup fee, $250, and then a yearly fee of $200, split between custodian and storage.
Important to understand what those fees cover.
Right. What are we actually paying for?
Custodian fees ensure the safekeeping of your gold. Storage. And they cover the admin costs of managing the IRA.
So it's not just a piece of paper. You're paying for the physical gold to be stored securely.
Exactly. And these fees can vary a lot between companies, so always compare carefully.
Good point. Now, Augusta also has a minimum investment of $50,000.
That's a sizable amount.
It is. Definitely for investors with a certain level of, assets. What about American Hartford Gold?
What's their minimum?
Much lower, only $10,000.
Oh, wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah, they had an initial service charge, $230. Then an annual safety and service fee, between $100 to $150. And custodian expenses, around $180. Seems like they're targeting a wider range of investors.
Maybe people just starting to explore gold IRAs.
Possibly. Okay. So, two companies, different fees, different minimums. But what about the customer experience? We've got reviews here from all sorts of platforms.
Like what kind of platforms?
Better Business Bureau, TrustLink, Trustpilot, Consumer Affairs, even Google My Business. Let's start with the Better Business Bureau. Augusta Precious Metals, A+ rating, 102 reviews.
Not bad.
American Hartford Gold, also an A+ rating, but 628 reviews.
That's a lot more reviews.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? More reviews, is that always better? Or does it just mean they've been around longer?
Or maybe they're better at encouraging their customers to leave reviews.
Could be. Let's look at TrustLink. Augusta Precious Metals, perfect score, 5 out of 5 stars, 289 reviews. American Hartford Gold only has 2 reviews, but they're both positive.
Interesting. They might be focusing on other platforms then, like Trustpilot or Google reviews.
You might be right. On Trustpilot, Augusta has a 4.7 out of 5-star rating from 107 reviews. American Hartford Gold scores a 4.8 from over 1,300 reviews. And on Google My Business, Augusta has a 4.9 out of 5 stars from 525 reviews. American Hartford Gold, a 4.8 with over 1,250 reviews. Wow. Both companies consistently maintaining high ratings across all these different platforms.
Pretty impressive, right?
Definitely. Shows a real commitment to keeping their customers happy, addressing concerns, resolving issues, and, well, creating a positive experience.
It is impressive. It's good to know they're both focused on that.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about their experience in the industry, Augusta Precious Metals has been around since 2012. That's over a decade. Navigating the precious metals market.
That's a good sign. Shows stability expertise. They've seen the ups and downs, weathered different storms.
Right. American Hartford Gold, though, they're newer, founded in 2015. But they've still built a solid reputation in a shorter time. It's true, they've gained traction quickly. Seems like they're really meeting that demand for gold IRAs. And their focus on, like, simplifying things, making it easy to understand, that probably helps a lot.
Yeah, definitely a factor.
Okay.
Okay, so backgrounds, fees, reputations, customer feedback, we've covered a lot.
Right?
But I want to play devil's advocate here.
Okay, I like it.
What are some potential drawbacks, things investors should watch out for with either company? Starting with Augusta Precious Metals, that high minimum investment, $50,000.
Yeah, that's a barrier for some people. Not everyone has that kind of money to put in right away.
And they mainly work with U.S. customers, so limited international reach.
Right. They're focused on a specific market. What about American Hartford Gold? Any red flags there?
Yeah.
Anything we should be cautious about?
Well, they are younger, right?
That's true.
Less of a track record. Some investors might prefer a company that's been around longer, more established.
I see your point. Experience versus a fresh perspective. It really depends on the investor's comfort level and their risk tolerance.
Exactly. So we've looked at a lot. Backgrounds, services, fees, reputations, potential downsides. What are the key takeaways for you when comparing these two companies? What really stands out?
It's fascinating how both companies, despite their differences, are successful. In the gold IRA market, I mean. Augusta Precious Metals. They emphasize education, personalized service. Seems like they're targeting a more discerning investor, someone who really wants to understand the ins and outs.
Makes sense. And American Hartford Gold. Lower minimum investment. Emphasis on simplifying things. Attracting a broader range of investors. Maybe those who are, like, newer to precious metals.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It shows how different approaches can work within the same market. Different companies focusing on different needs.
Exactly. So if you're thinking about a gold IRA, the choice between these two, it comes down to you. Your investment style, your risk tolerance, what you're looking for in a provider, personalized approach, extensive financial education. Augusta Precious Metals might be a good fit. Lower barrier to entry, streamlined process. Then maybe American Hartford Gold.
And don't forget, they both offer free IRA kits. Explore their offerings. No pressure, no obligation. Download the kits, check out their websites, maybe even schedule a consultation. Get a feel for which one aligns better with your goals.
Good advice.
Yeah.
We've given our listeners a lot to digest today. Explored gold IRAs. Dive deep into Augusta Precious Metals and American Hartford Gold. Highlighted the things to consider when choosing a provider. But, this is just the beginning.
It's a complex world. Investing in precious metals. Do your research. Keep learning.
Right. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your financial future. So as we wrap up, this deep dive, I keep thinking about how both companies approach the education side of things.
Yeah, it's interesting. They don't just say buy gold. There's more to it.
Augusta, with their, Harvard economists, they seem to be
Yeah.
going for a certain type of investor, someone who really wants to understand the economics of it all.
Right. Make informed decisions based on, like, deep knowledge.
In American Hartford Gold, they make it simpler, more accessible for those who might find it all, a bit overwhelming.
It makes you think, though. Does that deep economic understanding, does it actually lead to better results? Or is a simpler approach just as good, especially for the long haul?
That's a great question. Something for our listeners to ponder. We've given you the info, the tools to evaluate these two companies, but the best choice, it's personal. Your needs, your preferences.
Don't be afraid to reach out to both, get their free IRA kits, ask those tough questions.
Do your research, compare, fees, education, customer service, see what feels right.
And trust your gut. Who do you feel most comfortable with when it comes to your, financial future?
That's all the time we have for this deep dive. We've explored gold IRAs, we've looked at Augusta Precious Metals and American Hartford Gold.
Hopefully you found it helpful as you make decisions about your retirement savings.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive from the Moore's Global Finance Podcast team.
Keep learning, keep investing, and keep diving deep into the world of finance.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive into a new topic. Until then, happy investing.